Alright, welcome back everybody, hope you're doing well. Today we've got a super interesting story that's kind of left me confused in multiple ways, and I'm kind of hoping that you guys can help clear this up for me. Pretty much there's this school in Baltimore, right, which is a city in the state of Maryland or something, whatever. It's in the US, right? And in this school, there's a class where this kid got a .13 GPA. Now if you don't know how GPA works, that is terrible, that is awful, that is a fail and beyond. But somehow this kid was still in the top half of his class. So half of his class got below a .13 GPA, which is something special. Now this kid is 17 and a half years old and he's about to graduate high school. And just when he was about to graduate, they told him that we are sending you back to the 9th grade. And since he's in the top half of his class, they are sending 62 students back 3 grades because they all failed really badly. So we have this class of 120 students and 62 of them failed and are getting sent back 3 grades. Now, I don't know about your school, but that is not normal whatsoever. There's a bunch of alarm bells going off in my head right now. Number 1, what kind of psycho school is this that fails half its students? Number 2, how do you get that low a GPA for 62 people? What kind of exams are going on in these schools? Are these like Harvard level exams times 1,000? Number 3, where are the parents? Where was the mom? What was she doing when her son was not paying attention in class or not getting grades in the semester at all, or the teachers weren't teaching properly? I don't really know what's going on. Also, here's a little bonus fact. This kid missed 272 days out of 3 years of school. Now, taking into account holidays, this kid pretty much missed half his school life, or maybe 3/4, or maybe all of it. I don't know. Actually, not missed. He was either late for a class for 272 days, or he missed it. I think they mark it the same way. So my question is, how can you have that poor in attendance and still pass like 9th and 10th and 11th grade? I'm genuinely like super confused here, but like no authority said anything about this. The teacher, the principal, they're just like, oh yeah, you can be late for 272 days. Like, I don't know about you guys, but back in my school, you needed at least like a 60% attendance to pass the grade. But whatever, apparently the teachers and mom didn't really care, and this guy is going to have to repeat high school, which is a fate worse than death if you ask me. But yeah, today we're going to be checking out the story. Subscribe for more things that make you feel like, hey, my life sucks, but it's not that bad, bro. So here's the article one of you guys sent me. Public school has failed American kids. Student with .13 GPA ranks near top half of the class. A stunning report released on Monday showed that a Baltimore teen with a grade point average of just .13 was ranked near the top half of his class, which is drawing some much-needed scrutiny about failing public school systems. Okay, that's for sure, like the school system is failing as well, but I feel like some of the responsibility goes on the mom as well, who literally did not bother to check in on the child like once in 3 years. As per a report from Project Baltimore, a mother was excited to see her 17-year-old senior son nearing graduation when she abruptly learned that he was actually going to be sent back to the 9th grade after only passing 3 classes in 4 years at the Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts on the city's west side. Well, that is a Savage Institute, goddamn. That is the most appropriately named school ever, bro. Savage Institute, sending you back like 4 years. So the mom says, he's stressed and I am too. I told him I'm probably gonna start crying. Wow, nice one, mom. You really care about him. You're gonna start crying. That's good. That's gonna make the 4 years come back. Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. School failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. He didn't deserve that. She sounds like a broken record, just repeating the same thing. It's like she doesn't want to take responsibility for what she did as well. Certainly her son bears responsibility for his academic failings, as does France, who apparently never sought out a report card once in 3.5 years. But France is not wrong about blaming Baltimore schools, at least when you see the rest of Project Baltimore's stunning finds. This is just an A-star mom. She's got like the opposite problem, you know, parents care too much about grades and looking at report cards. This person never sought out a report card in 3.5 years. Clearly she doesn't give give a rat's ass about her son. Like, if you're not checking in on your son and seeing what he's doing and like making sure he's on track in school, then you can't really call yourself a good parent, can you? I feel like she's adopted that mindset of like, oh, I just put my son in school and they'll do everything, I'm paying for it, right? I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things to go to the next grade and the right grades, you have the right credits. France, who works multiple jobs, said over lack of scrutinizing her son's performance at school. What? That sounds like an excuse. Okay, multiple jobs. It takes about 5 seconds to check. Ask for your son's report card. You can go to the school site and check it yourself. There's always these parent-teacher meetings every semester. Clearly, you've been avoiding all of them. Still, her son was continually advanced forward despite failing almost every class. He missed or was tardy to school 272 times throughout his first 3 years. Not one administrator ever bothered to inform France. Okay, so I'm starting to see what happened here. The school clearly wants more money, and, you know, if they keep you back a grade, you're probably gonna, like, switch schools or something like that, right? So, they kept passing this kid despite him failing every time. And maybe they got hit with some sort of roadblock, and like official authorities from like the government came and they're like, yeah, you can't just pass these stupid ass kids. So then it just snowballed and they had to be sent back to like 9th grade. Also, that kind of explains why the school wouldn't tell the mom about the son's tardiness and stuff. That, or the mom is lying and pretending she didn't know anything about it. I feel like they never gave my son an opportunity. Like, if there's an issue with him not advancing or not progressing, that they should have contacted me first 3 years ago, said France. I don't think it was an issue 3 years ago. It was probably during the 3 years the issue came about, so that's when they should have contacted you, that's for sure. But I feel like you're a liar now. The shocking part about all of this is that her son is ranked 62 out of 120, meaning there are 58 kids in that class that have a GPA of 0.13 or lower. What kind of sadistic school is this? How is this even possible? I'm actually confused. France's son has since withdrawn from the school and hopes to graduate via an alternative school program by 2023. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. But many of these kids will probably drop out if they haven't already, and we don't know what the junior, sophomore, and freshman classes look like at the school and other schools. I feel like that's the right decision. The school is clearly special in some ways. I mean, if 58 kids are failing in half your class, you have a 50% chance of passing the class. Yeah, you better head out. If what Simon showed us is accurate, and not much contradicts that based on consensus reviews here, and here, conventional wisdom tells us that the broad solution will probably be more money thrown at failing schools. Schools such as the one France's son went to will probably keep failing, but they'll fail with new iPads. Yeah, pretty much what happens in these situations is that nobody really takes like a deeper look into understanding what's the issue. Is it the school system? Is it the lazy staff? Is it the terrible teachers? Is it the lazy students? Is it the mom that's a problem? Like, they never actually go and tackle these deeper issues, but they just chuck money at the school and they're like, we'll give them new iPads, they'll probably work. But obviously that's not going to solve the underlying issue of why 58 kids actually failed this class. Now, I'm a firm believer of responsibility kind of starts at home. Normally, when you encounter like a really spoiled child, it's probably because of their parents, like not teaching them any manners, just spoiling them, stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like the same thing is applying here. She pretty much treated the school as like this babysitter for her son, while she worked her multiple jobs, right? Which made it impossible to check the report card. Like, bro, it legit takes like 5 seconds. Okay, so this person commented on the article saying, why send the kid back to 9th grade? Presuming he's in a place now that he wants to learn because, you know, he shifted school. And why would you think these schools would do any better in round 2? Better just give him a diploma and help him fill out his application to Harvard. Okay, I'm probably gonna have a controversial take on this because, like, as much as he didn't, like, earn, you know, passing all these grades and stuff, I feel like sending someone back 4 years is just gonna break them. Like, if you're a kid, I mean, he's not a kid, you know, 17 and whatever, but if you're gonna be a 17-year-old in 9th grade, dude, this kid has just found himself in a really bad situation, along with the other 58 kids that nobody's really talking about. But yeah, terrible mom, terrible school, terrible staff. Just when everyone around you is such a piece of trash, like, you just get left in this terrible scenario, right? And like, who knows, maybe he's not even responsible. Like, clearly he was like lazy and stuff like that, but you can't really blame that all on the child when like nobody's pushing him at all. Because if you have no motivation to do something and like nobody's pushing you even the slightest, like, we usually have like tests we need to score for. Oh, if we don't do this, we'll fail. This guy had like no threat of that because they passed him for 3 years straight, and like there's no consequences for anything. He would constantly miss classes and show up late for 276 days. Nobody said anything, not his mom, not the teachers, nothing. When there's no consequences for your actions, it's just gonna snowball into whatever it did now. Honestly, I don't know what to say anymore. This is just a super sad story. I feel like the USA is just built different, dude. Just a different place, I swear to God. I don't know about you, but Zoom class doesn't seem so bad now, does it? At least you're not getting sent back 4 grades, man. Anyways, that's the story. Let me know what you guys thought was going on here. If you have any guesses as to why this might have happened, or any inside info, maybe one of you guys are from Baltimore, bro. I don't know. Hopefully none of the Pegasus viewers are from this class. If you are, Jesus Christ, that is sad. Thank you for watching. Have a sweet day ahead. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.